Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. I'm Ramsri, a fractional developer advocate at Segmind and an AI SaaS builder. Today, we'll see a very interesting use case of generative AI that is generating publish-worthy short-form videos in one click, like the one that you see here.
Embrace the morning stillness and immerse yourself in the beauty of nature. Let ripples of tranquility wash away distractions and invite serenity into each moment. Fall into the present moment, where time stands still amongst nature's vibrant hues. Hold warmth and mindfulness in your hands with every sip, savoring the present. Let waves of mindfulness wash over you, grounding your senses in the rhythm of the ocean. Unfold new chapters of mindfulness and immerse yourself in the art of being present. Witness the unfolding beauty of the present moment just like the blooming petals. Dive deep within yourself, embracing tranquility amidst the harmony of the natural world. Witness the world awakening, noticing the smallest details that often go unnoticed.
At the end of this video, you will have a simple UI built with Gradio that you can run in Google Colab. You can pick a genre, click generate and wait for a minute or two to get a short form video with visuals, audio and script all generated with AI. You can optionally add subtitles as well to the video to make it even more appealing. First, let's go through the steps involved to achieve this. We will generate our script and corresponding description for visuals using OpenAI's ChatGPT. Then we'll take the image descriptions and generate images with SDXL Stable Diffusion 1.0 using Segmind's API. Then we'll take the script and generate human-like speech with emotions using Elevenlabs text-to-speech API. We will piece together the audio and visuals using Moviepy. We will also add a blurred background as SDXL generated images is in the resolution of 1080 by 1080 and we want our short form videos in the size of 1920 by 1080 for YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels. Then we'll see how we can add captions to the video to show the words as they are spoken using OpenAI's Whisper speech-to-text model. Without any delay, let's get started. The link to this collab notebook can be found in the description of this video. Essentially, these are the steps that we are going to follow, which is setting up OpenAI, then getting image description and script using OpenAI's ChatGPT, then generating images from the description using Segmind's API, visualizing the generated images, then converting text to speech using Elevenlabs API, then installing Moviepy and stitching everything together, getting word level timestamps to overlay as captions on top of the video. Then finally we are going to see the Gradio UI that can enable us to do this in one click. So essentially we'll go through the individual pieces and then put everything together in the Gradio UI. So in order to get the OpenAI key, go to platform.openai.com and if you're logging in for the first time, it will ask you to sign up with your credentials. Once you're signed up, go to the top right and click on View API Keys. So here are the API keys that are available. You can create a new secret key and you will be able to copy the key only the first time when you create it. So make sure that you download or save it in a secure place. And when you are prompted, enter the API key of OpenAI. We are initializing the ChatGPT URL and headers. This is the URL for ChatGPT. We are installing IPython auto time just to know the execution time of each cell. Now that we are done with the OpenAI setup, let's move on to get image description and script. Essentially, this is the code: fetch image description and script. You pass in a prompt, then ChatGPT URL and headers, and it will return back a JSON with image description and script. So the standard ChatGPT interface where you are creating a system role as you are an expert short form video script writer for Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. And we are going to see what the prompt is, but you will pause the prompt here and we have the parameters here. All we do is extract choices message content from here and load it as JSON, and from there get image prompts and text prompts separately. It will all be clear once you see how the format is. So basically I created 12 to 13 topics and goals. So basically you can pick a topic and automatically it will generate YouTube short script for the topic. So here are all the topics and the corresponding goals. For example, let's take this topic: success and achievement. The goal is to inspire people to overcome challenges, achieve success and celebrate their victories. So what you're going to do is you're going to create this prompt. This is a prompt prefix. You are tasked with creating a script for a, this is passed as topic. So for example, here success and achievement video that is about 30 seconds. Your goal is to, again this is parameterized, inspire people to overcome challenges, achieve success and celebrate their victories. So you can play with any of these that are here, about 12 to 13. So simply this is the prompt. Please follow these instructions. Begin by setting the scene and capturing viewers' attention. Each scene cut should occur every 5 to 10 seconds. And for each scene cut, provide a detailed description of the stock image being shown. Along with image description, include corresponding text that complements and enhances the visual. The text should be concise and powerful. Strictly output as JSON list format. And this is how the formatting should be. Image description, description of first image, and text accompanying the first scene cut. Similarly for all of them. By following these instructions, you will create an impactful template, again topic short form video. And with this prompt we are going to call our fetch image description and script. Let's run this and it will be very clear for you. As you can see, this is the output that we got. You have a JSON list where each element has image description and text. So image description is a person standing at the edge of a cliff, arms wide open, looking out into the mesmerizing sunset. So this is the image description that we are going to pass on to the next step, which is using Segmind's API to take this text and generate an image using Stable Diffusion XL 1.0. And the text that needs to be overlaid is, embrace the challenges, they are stepping stones towards greatness. Similarly, you have people helping each other climb a steep mountain. Then success is never a solitary journey, surround yourself with a network of support. Similarly, you have all of this. Now image prompts is basically just a collection of all the image descriptions, and texts is collection of all the text. That's it. Let's move ahead with generation of images for these image prompts. So visit segmind.com and log in when prompted. Once you're logged in, go to the console. Once you're in the console, if there is no API key already created, you can create a new API key by clicking on here. Just keep this as default and click on confirm, and a new API key will be created. Just copy that. Come back to Segmind API key and paste it here. Remember that in Segmind you get 100 free calls per day. Either you can use and try the models here in the UI, or you can use them via API. So 100 should be more than enough for you, which is generating 100 images per day. But in case if you want a higher limit and if you are generating a lot of videos at scale, go to billing and add credits, how much ever you want. So you can know the pricing of each call. So if you add $5 credits, then you get about 500 images that you can generate. Now let's create a folder with the UID name. Moving on, this is the code for generating images using SDXL 1.0. So whatever you see in the playground, you can also try it here if you want. But once you're ready, you can click on API, and that same API code is available here. So we generate a random seed and we call the API with our API key like this, X API key in the headers. So you have the prompt. What happens is that we have this base text perfect quality cinematic photo, raw candid, 4K. Then this is the template where we are going to get these image descriptions. For example, a person standing on the cliff, arms wide open, mesmerizing sunset. This is the prompt where this is dynamically placed. So you have some prefix, dynamic text, and some postfix as well. No occlusion, Fujifilm X-T3 and highly detailed bokeh, cinemascope, etc. And again you have negative prompt, which is things you don't want to see. And I'm using scheduler, UniPC, etc. If you want, you can play around with a lot of things. The only thing is, instead of base style, I'm using HDR. If you go to the playground, you can see all the styles that are available here that you can pick from. And what we are doing is, in this folder, we are going to place all the images sequentially, like 1.jpg, 2.jpg, how many ever that are there in this image prompts list. So let's run this generate images, which is going to call the previous function, and we are generating a random seed. You can see image 1/8 saved as, this folder and 1.jpg. Similarly, it will generate up to 8 images. The thing is, you can even parallelize this code if you want to run it faster. For simplicity, I have kept the code sequential for readability reasons. Now that our images are generated, which took 51 seconds, let's go on to visualizing these images. Let's install PyPlot, iPyplot. Then we are just reading the images here from the folder, nothing too complex, as pill images. Let's visualize all the images. It will take a few seconds, but you will have all the images here. So basically, the image description that we have given is a person standing at the edge of a cliff, arms wide open, looking at the mesmerizing sunset. Great. People helping each other climb a steep mountain, holding hands and supporting each other. Good. Student getting their exam results, etc. This is a nice place because these are the final images that are going to be used. And in case if any of the images are not great, etc., or any of the description is bad, etc., you can just go ahead and rerun till this point. You can rerun if the images are bad again, so that it will generate a new set of images with new seed. But if you're happy, you can move on to the next step, which is generating text to speech. So we have image description and texts, and we have generated images for image descriptions. Now we are going to actually generate the MP3 files, that is speech, for each of the text that is uttered. Go to elevenlabs.io, and once you are signed in, you will see this. You can test out which voice fits for you. I'm using the Adam American deep narration itself, but in the API you can get all the voices as well as their voice ID and use whichever you want. You can essentially see the pricing of Elevenlabs, where there is API access, but you will only get 10,000 characters. In case if you want more, you can upgrade to the next set and get more characters. So in order to get the API key, go to profile, and here you can create a new key, or you can just toggle this visibility and copy this. So once you have the API key, come back here and you can enter the API key here. Now this is the code for generating audio using Elevenlabs, which is elevenlabs.io v1 text to speech and voice ID. You pass in the text as data, and then whatever you get back, you store it as an MP3 file. You can see the code here, the content of this. So essentially we have 8 text pieces, and for each of the text piece we are going to call Elevenlabs and save the MP3 file in the same UUID folder that we created. So if you quickly see, this is the UUID folder where currently there are just images that we created using Segmind. Now we are going to run this and even create the audio files that are necessary. So the first audio is embrace the challenges, they are stepping stone towards success. And this is the second one. So This is a voice ID corresponding to Adam that I have shown you. But if you go to the API documents, which is resources and API reference, you can get all the voices and their corresponding voice IDs if you want to use a different one. But here I am using Adam. Let's run this. It is just printing out 1, 2, which means the MP3 files are being generated for each of this text. Awesome, it took 23 seconds. Again, here I am not parallelizing it for simplicity reasons, but if you want higher throughput, you can parallelize this as well as Segmind's API as well in order to generate images fastly. But if you go and see now, you'll have the image as well as the corresponding speech or the text associated with that image uttered and stored as an MP3 file. Now our next goal is to combine this image along with this MP3 and display it for the duration of this MP3 file. That's what we are going to do, which is using Moviepy. Let's install Moviepy. So this is the main code where we combine audio and video. So if we pass in the MP3 folder, that is this folder name, it is going to sequentially take this JPG and this MP3 and get the duration of this MP3 file and show this image for the duration. Also, since this is 1080 by 1080 and we want our YouTube shorts and Instagram reels to be 1080 in width and 1920 in height, we are going to add background blur of the same image as well. So you can look at this code. It's not too complex. Basically, we are creating a video file clip for the duration of each image and its corresponding spoken text, and we are concatenating everything. Let's just run this and it will be very clear for you. So it took about a minute and a half to generate this combined video, but once it is there, you can see that there is combined_video.mp4 here. So let's just visualize that.
Embrace the challenges. They are stepping stones towards greatness. Success is never a solitary journey.
Awesome.
Surround yourself with a network of support.
You can see that the video is generated. Now the beautiful thing is that if we add word overlay on top of the video as the words are spoken, it makes the video even more impactful. So that's what we are going to do, which is we are extracting the MP3 file from this full video, and this is the MP3 file.
Embrace the challenges.
Now we want to use OpenAI's Whisper. Basically that is open sourced for us, so we don't need to use API or anything. We can directly use it in our Colab notebook via this library Faster Whisper. Let's download the Whisper medium model. Once downloaded, let's pass our audio file and keep word timestamps is equal to true to get all the words as well as their corresponding timestamps, that is start and end timestamp. This is going to take a little bit of time, probably for our YouTube short a minute and a half or so. Awesome, we have everything printed here. So let's just extract all these things in word level info. Simply word level info is a list of JSON where there is word, start and end. Now what we are going to do is we are going to take the previous video and we are going to overlay the word, each word from its start and end point on top of the video that we currently have. So the biggest function is this generate text clip, which is going to generate a text clip and overlay the text clip, that is composite video clip, on top of the video. All the text clips will be overlaid, and I'm using a font of 80 and color white and font this, and I'm adding stroke width 3 and stroke color black as outline to the text, black outline to the text, and position is center. If you want, you can play around with other things, for example color white, different size and different font as well. Amazing. Let's display this video, final video, and see. So this is the final video. As you can see, you have font as well as black border.
Embrace the challenges. They are stepping stones towards greatness. Success is never a solitary journey. Surround yourself with a network of support. Celebrate your wins, no matter how big or small. You've worked hard and you deserve it. Capture.
This is amazing. So you can see that the quality is pretty good. You can almost, go ahead and publish. And if you are not happy with any of the images, etc., you can keep running them. But you can also see all the list of fonts available. So these are all the list of fonts available if you want to try a new font, etc. So that's about each step. So we have seen how you can use Segmind API to get all the images from image descriptions and use Elevenlabs API. Now the beautiful thing is that we can put everything together in a simple UI with Gradio and not run through all of these things, but have a easy UI where you can drag and drop the genre that you want to generate, etc. Let's see that next. Great. So I have this build UI with Gradio for automation separately put with all the previous installs and code as well, because if you want to come back, you don't need to run any of the above code. You can just come directly to this section and run all the cells from here till the end, and then you will be ready for generating new videos automatically. Since we have all the pip installs done previously and also we set the API keys, I'm not running these here, but let's run these functions probably, and you can just run all the functions that are necessary. And here I am creating a drop down with topics and topic goals, basically the key and value. So why we are creating these topics and topic goals, it will be very evident for you. And whatever individual pieces that we have seen, those are all combined and put together in this create video as well as add captions function. So nothing too complex. And this is the main Gradio UI. This is all the code that we are using, which is we are creating a Gradio blocks, and we have a drop down where you can choose between all the topics that I've shown you. And whenever you choose a topic, the topic and the description will go into the prompt that we created, and everything will be run. Let's see. So we thought we installed everything, but there is one exception, which is we haven't installed Gradio. Now that we have Gradio installed, let's run this again. So I love to take this gradio.live link so that you can have like a full screen view of everything. And this is how the Gradio UI is, where there is a drop down which you can choose between all these formats. Click on gratitude and positivity or self-care and wellness, then click on generate video. So all the steps that are happening, you can kind of scroll here and see all the image descriptions are generated, then seed is generated. Now we are generating images, so you can see through all the things here, or you can go to the Gradio app, and probably this step will take 2 minutes or so. Then you can add captions that will take 2 more minutes. And if you want to monitor the progress, you can see it here as well. Once the video is ready, you will see it here.
Step outside and immerse yourself in the beauty of nature. Take a moment to appreciate its calming embrace. Savor the warmth and tranquility.
If this looks good, then you can click on add captions. This will take another 2 minutes. You can again monitor the progress here. Now depending on the video length, sometimes it might take quite a bit of time because it needs to first transcribe everything using OpenAl's Whisper and then overlay the captions as well. But There are ways to fasten this. Let's see how the output is.
Step outside and immerse yourself in the beauty of nature. Take a moment to appreciate its calming embrace. Savor the warmth and tranquility of a comforting beverage. Let its aroma soothe your senses and ignite relaxation. Create your personal haven of...
So if you can see, we have seen how we can go from, picking a drop down genre and clicking on generate video to generate this video, and then clicking on add captions to generate captions and overlay on top of the video. Now the thing is, you can just download it from here, or you can go to this folder, for example here 6b31, and download all the files and necessary things as necessary. There are ways to speed this up. One is you can parallelize the image generation, and you can parallelize the voice generation from Elevenlabs. Then you can actually use Whisper with the Collab GPU. So if you change the runtime to GPU and use Whisper in GPU mode, it will be much faster as well. So these are the ways where you can fasten this process. That's all for this video, and please do subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss the upcoming videos. Thank you.